Size, Preacher 357 here, coming back to you again from the range as usual, bringing to you a gun that kind of been a grail gun for me. It was one of those guns I looked for a few years and really wanted one. I even told my wife if I ever found one that just be ready, I'm going to buy it. Of course, they're not going for that steep of a price, but just the same, I just wanted her to know if I ever found one, I was buying it right then and there. So I'd been looking for one, wanted one, then I was down a little shop outside of Memphis, Tennessee, a little bit of ways away from where I live, but I was down that way and ran across one, exactly what I was looking for. And so I picked it up, and now I have it. Break the thumb here and get this rascal out. The model 65 Smith and Wesson in a 3-inch barrel. That is the configuration I was looking for. I was wanting this gun to be a carry gun even, because I love revolvers. I wanted to carry a revolver, and I had my little 642 that I carried in the pocket, sometimes on the waist, and but I really wanted something a little bit more powerful, something a little larger, but still not too big. So a K-frame with a 3-inch barrel just seemed to fit the bill, because I love 3-inch barrels. I already had my 686 in a 3-inch, and I love that length of a barrel. It's not a snub nose, not quite. Snub nose usually in a K-frame is considered like a 2.5-inch or something along those lines. But a 3-inch barrel is a little bit bigger than a snub nose, and that 1/2 inch makes a difference. It really does. They balance really well. They feel really good in the hand, and to me they shoot about as well as a 4-inch, but they carry a little bit better. And so I got me one and paid a pretty good price for it. Was quite happy with what I gave for it. And this is an early 90s model. I don't remember exactly the year. I should have looked it up, I guess. I'll post it on the screen there so you'll know what year it is. But so this is not a pinned and recessed, but it's still a nice gun. It has the firing pin on the hammer. It doesn't have the MIM cylinder release or any of that stuff. No key lock or anything like that on it. So still a really, really nice gun. And so I thought I'd bring it out and shoot it. I haven't shot it in a long time now. I think I've had it out on the channel a time or two when I was talking about carry guns. And I showed it off, I think, in that one video, but really haven't done much with it. Been waiting for a time to get it out, been wanting to get it out, just hadn't ever got around to it, but we have it today. So let's do a little bit of shooting. This got some of my carry rounds in it, some Hornady critical defense. So let's see if I can defend a little something with this gun here. A little double action here. Yeah, I hit him. I think I hit him low though. Let me bring her up a little bit. I missed that. There we go. See if I can go out to 35 with it. I think I went low again. Well, I'm not sure where I'm going with that. I'm out of ammo. Only holds 6 rounds. Not a 7-shot like my 686. Only holds 6. But I really like this gun. It feels really good in my hand. Those Magnums were just nothing in this gun. It's not a big gun at all, but it handles Magnum so well. It came with some rubber grips that I didn't like, and put these Hogue boot grips on there, which I like these a lot better. Now you have seen a gun on this channel that's a lot like this one. I did a review of the Model 13, and this is my Model 13, which is one of the earliest guns I did on this channel. Remember, I didn't shoot it particularly well either, but that was back when it was really cold. I think there may have been snow on the ground when I did this one. But this is a nickel Model 13. And you can see, comparing the two together, that they don't look a lot different. Very, very similar. Because the Model 66, I'm sorry, the 65, this is a 65. We've done a 66. But the Model 65 is a stainless version of the Model 13. Now obviously this is a 4-inch barrel and this is a 3-inch barrel, so you see the difference there. This is a pinned and recessed model because it's an older model. This is a 77, I believe it is. I believe. I may not be right about that. But it's right in that range. But the other thing is this one's nickel. The 13s were either blue or nickel. And this is a nickel, my only nickel gun I have because I'm not fond of nickel. I mean, I don't hate it, but I'd rather have blued, or if I'm going to have something in a lighter color, I'd rather it be stainless. But you can see a little bit the difference between the stainless and the nickel. Sometimes you might see a nickel and think it's stainless, but if you put them up next to each other, you can kind of see the nickel has a yellowish hue to it, whereas the stainless is really much more of a silver color. So it can be hard to tell. In fact, when I saw this one in the store, originally I thought it was a 65 when I first saw it. And because it was not around any other guns that were stainless. Everything else in the counter, I think, was a semi-auto or was blued or something. And I originally thought it was a stainless, because even the hammer and the trigger didn't look all that dark. They looked kind of light too. So I thought at first it was a 65, but then I realized it wasn't, and I bought it anyway because I was really looking for one of these. The other thing about it is, if you can see this, the pinned and recess we talked about, here's what the recess is. This has counterbore cylinders. So if I take a 357 here and stick it in, it sits all the way down in the cylinder. Sits flush with the cylinder. However, if I take that same round, I put it in this model 65 I've got, which came out in the early 90s after they stopped doing that, you'll see it doesn't sit flush. It sits outside of the cylinder. And that was something they did early on with the Magnums, because the cases in that day were not as good and they needed some extra support. But it's really not needed any longer. There's really no reason for it. And you know, Smith got rid of it because it was an extra cost that was of really no benefit. But you know, a lot of people hated that they stopped doing that. They just like it because it seems like better workmanship, but it's not really of a benefit. The other thing you'll notice here is this is what you call a square butt grip, whereas this one is a round butt grip. Both of these are Hogue boot grips. They're both the same type of grip, but one's for a round butt, one's for a square butt. So you can see the difference in the rear of that grip on these. And obviously this here is my old Model 10, which was the original K-frame. These guns here are basically just Magnumized versions of the Model 10. Now they changed the sights up a little bit. This is the pencil barrel, the tapered barrel, whereas this is the heavy barrel, but they made Model 10s look just like this, just with a 38 special cylinder instead. So this is the original K-frame size. And this was a very popular gun. I know a lot of different government agencies use either this or the 13 in the 3-inch barrel. And they were very popular because they were a great size for carry, and they were great for shooting at the same time. It's just the perfect size for both as far as revolvers go. You just can't get much better than a K-frame when it comes to that dual use. You know, you can have fun with it on the range, but at the same time, you can take it out and carry it and use it, and they're just great guns. So why don't we do just a little bit more shooting here? I'm gonna start with some 38 specials here. I done cranked out some Magnums, so we can start with some lower powered stuff now. We can just have a little bit of fun with. It looked like they were shooting fairly on, maybe just a hair low. I pulled a few when I was shooting earlier. But it looks like it's shooting fairly on if I'll just do my part. I'll just do my part, which is saying a lot. That's usually the problem. I usually don't do my part. Well, there went that soda. There went that grape drink. And I missed that 4-inch plate. I had one grape drink left from the last video I did with a rifle, which I guess was the model 1895 4570, that I didn't put out. I left it in the back of my Jeep. So I thought I'd bring it out here and see if I couldn't shoot it. I don't know if I can hit it on the ground or not. I'd plan on shooting it on that post. Oh, look at there, I did hit it. I did hit it. See if I can get that one at 35. I never did get it. Well, there we go. There we go. One thing about it, There's no paint on that front sight. So it's not the easiest to see, but it's not bad as long as you got good sunlight. We're in the shade here, obviously. I have to film in the shade as best I can because it makes a much better video. You shoot in bright sunlight, it kind of washes everything out. Let's go over here and see if I can hit this one at 100 yards. I think it hit, but I may have bounced it. Let me hold up a little bit more. I don't know how much I got to hold up with this barrel. There it went. If I can hit that one at 80 or not. I think I touched him. I don't know if it was a solid hit though. Try this again. I may not get this one. Out of ammo. Out of ammo. All right, let's go over with some 357 Magnums. These guns came out in it was the early 70s, but I don't remember the year. I'll have to post that up on the screen too. My memory is just not as good as it used to be, apparently. But they came out in the early 70s, and they were made up until I think about 2004 or so, and discontinued. And they've never been put back in rotation since. They've come back out with a 66, but not the 65, and I really don't understand that. I really think the 65 would do well for them. Instead of having like the carry comp model of the 66, I think it would have been better in a 65. But you know, what do I know? I mean, because they really tried to make that carry comp, that 66 carry comp, and the model 19 carry comp, they really tried to make those a lot like these, low profile the way they were and all. So I think they really should have come out with a 65 instead, but they don't ask me. I don't blame them. I mean, who am I? But let's see if I can hit this one at hit this plate out here at 100. Shouldn't have to hold up really on this one. Yep, there we go. See if I can hit this one at 80. I don't know if I'll be able to get it. Yeah. I think that went a little low, didn't I? I don't know where I'm going. I can't see where I'm hitting. Can't see where I'm hitting. My eyes get any worse, I'm gonna be blind. All right, I'm gonna do just a little bit more shooting up here. Really not much reason to make a long video. Really don't know much to tell you about this revolver, and I've already told you, other than it's a favorite, and I don't have any plans of ever getting rid of this one. This is going to stay in my collection as long as I can possibly keep it. So let's go back over here. I never have hit that 4-inch plate or that 3-inch plate. So let's see what we can do here. Maybe I can get the range on it. Or maybe not. Oh, I touched him. There we go. Double action on him here. Double action on him. Well, probably shouldn't have double actioned on that one. I double actioned a miss. That's all right. We're going to give her another shot here. We can't end on a miss. So I'm going to put one more cylinder through here. And then call it done. Let you guys go. Do whatever it is you got to do. Don't want to bug you all the time. Really what it is, I want to shoot some more without you guys looking. You know, you're making me nervous all the time. Feel like I've got to entertain you. And really all I want to do is just come out here and shoot and have fun. That's all I really want. Oh, please. I'm going to shoot that cowboy. I think that was it, wasn't it? Yeah. It won't take a chance on missing a littler plate. Because I can't end on a miss and I'm ready to be done. So anyway, guys, before we go, make sure you check out the description. Got a link there for a discounted membership to the GOA, the Gun Owners of America. They're doing a great work for us here in the United States, fighting for our gun rights. They work in every single state. Also, if you live in Tennessee, make sure you check out the link there for the Tennessee Firearms Association. If you live here, I would urge you to join up and get in the fight here in this great state, and we need money. Long and the short of it. As much as I hate to admit it, politics revolves around money, and without it, we can't get these constitutionally minded representatives in office. So if you would, check out the description there. Click on those links. If you live in Tennessee, join up with the Tennessee Firearms Association, the GOA as well. So, guys, appreciate you coming out. God bless you. Y'all take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time.